While we're here, we have got to Friday. Are you well? Have you been crafting? What have you been up to? Let us know throughout the day, because we've got a jam-packed day. We've always got a jam-packed day, but do you know what? Do you know what's even more amazing about today? She's back, and she's not back for one show, but she's back for 2 shows. And do you know what? It's Leanne. And do you know what's more? Because it's Leanne, we've got something that's not actually meant to be officially a launch until Sunday, but Leanne's brought it in to colour me happy. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that meant that I was able to bring it in for today's wake-up call. So we'll have a look to see what we've got coming up. Here we go. Coming up on the next show after Wake Up Call, we've got Launch Day. We've got something. You loved our original ones. We've now got some Christmas ones. And that is our Twist and Pop die set. So cool and so much fun. So that's going to be 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Then what we are going to do is we're going to come back, with it being Friday, with a little bit of Colour Me Happy. And this is where we have got our brand new Christmas collage stamps. Now these are the ones that aren't officially meant to be launched until Sunday, but with it being Colour Me Happy, with it being Leanne's like, no, I want to have them on the show. So these are going to be part of the launch on Colour Me Happy. So that of course is going to be 7 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. There we go, we got there in the end. Now with me having Wake Up Call and having these shows, we need someone to. Do you know something? I've just totally lost what I'm saying.
You have, haven't you?
Or what I'm saying. Do you know what it is? I don't know if you can see right behind me. I've left my trolley sticking out. Can you see?
Have you? Are you discombobulated?
It's totally thrown me because I hate that.
Oh
tell you what,
no!
Joe, I'm going to come to you.
You go and sort your trolley out.
Sort my trolley out.
You get your solly trotted. your trolley sorted out. Yes, it is going to be an amazing day. It is a fabulous Friday, and for loads of different reasons, loads of exciting launches for you, but also the Craft Factor is back. Today, the lovely Michelle Shepperson will be joining us for the Craft Factor. She is going to be on a little bit later, sharing with us an amazing demo. Are you, though, the next crafting superstar? Plot twist, I think you might be. You can audition if you want to on the Craft Factor. All you need to do for your chance to appear live on Crafters TV, submit a short video about yourself along with 4 or 5 cards of the things that you like to make, and then make sure you tune in and join us for the Crafters TV live auditions. Today is the second week. Email those videos to us, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. It's where you need to send them into. Craig's choking on his tea. We are also, don't forget, continue the In for a Penny, In for a Pound, where you're going to receive amazing discounts within loads of our bundles, but also an extra element for a penny or a cent, which is awesome. Now, I know there's loads coming up, but if you want to get in touch with me and have a natter, you can do so in all the normal ways. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion. If you are across on YouTube, make sure you subscribe over there. How's your trolley going? How's the trolley situation?
Yeah, it's fine. It's these little things that just, you know, when they just eke at you and they annoy you, and I seen it sticking out there and I thought, no, I need to sort that one out. So we're sorted, got my tea ready to go. Yeah, I did have a choke, but we're fine. We're ready to go now. Well, we'll have a look. Let's have a look and see what we've got coming up on Wake Up Call today. This is Launch Day with Leanne and Joe. This is the Christmas Advance Twist and Pop die collection. Now, you have got the 6 of them that you can see on your screen right now. So let's go over all of those details. Twist and Pop die collection, 14 elements in total. Now, today's price being $89.96 or $99.76. It works out that you are saving over 15% on today's price. Couple of things I need to tell you about this. First of all, platinum price, £71.97 or $79.81. That's going to give you that 6 of them. But what I do want to point out, so this one up here, top left, so this one here with following the star is what you are going to be getting for a penny, because we are in the midst of our In for a Penny, In for a Pound event. The other thing that I want to say as well for you guys stateside, now these 2 here, So the cracker as well as the presents, these haven't been seen on HSN. So if you want to get your hands on these ones alone, maybe you got the other ones on HSN, of course you've not got these, then just go across onto our website, shop the show, and you're going to find them there that you'll be able to pop into your basket and check them out. So this one, that is what you're going to be getting for a penny because of the event, but for you guys stateside, these two here have not been seen on HSN. And do you know what? Another extra little treat for you guys stateside as well, free shipping if you go for that bundle there. So that's what's going to be coming up with Leanne and Joe, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Now, if you got the original ones, you've probably already got the mechanism. If you don't, then we do have the mechanism on the show as well. This is what's going to enable them to do the twist and the pop. So we've got this one that you can pop in the basket as well if you so wish. If you do just want to go for this one, $7.99 here in the UK or $9.95. Platinum, that comes down to £6.39 or $7.96. So you will need that for it to do the twist and pop mechanism fun part. Georgina's just said it makes her want to sing. It makes me want to sing as well when I say twist and pop. Certain song that I do want to sing, which I'm not going to burst out and sing, as excited as I am on a Friday afternoon. So that is what's coming up on launch day with Leanne and Joe. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come along, we're going to be having a look at Colour Me Happy. Now, Cheryl on YouTube, Craig, can you sneak in a demo on the mini collage stamps that will be on Colour Me Happy? They are so gorgeous. I'm not going to sneak in a demo. No. I'm going to do a demo. That is going to be the last demo I'm going to do on Wake Up Call. We're going to do a full demo when it comes to these Christmas collage stamps, because in actual fact the full of today is a bit of a sneak in the fact of they don't officially launch till Sunday, but as I say, with it being Leanne, Colour Me Happy, she wanted on the show, so they're going to be on the show. So if they're on the show, it means they're on Wake Up Call. Christmas mini collage stamp collection, 69 elements in total here, £41.95 or $53.71. When it comes to these ones here, on that today's price, you are saving 25%. Platinum comes down to $33.56 or $42.97. These are still part of the in for a penny, in for a pound, and this is the one that you'll be getting for a penny. How fab is this? Brand spanking new, twist and pop, mini collage, you're still getting ones that are in for a penny, even although it's part of the launch or part of Colour Me Happy. So that one is so much fun. We will be having a look at them with the last demo that I'm going to do on Wake Up Call. And so much so that even before we went live, I said to Georgina, we're going to have to, usually at the end of the show, I'm trying to scramble for time, but for today I've made sure that we've got plenty of time at the end because they're so fun. There's lots of things that you could do. If there's anyone that's really going to showcase them, of course it's going to be Leanne. 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, or 11 a.m. Pacific Time for those ones there. And what we're going to do is we're going to stay with Colour Me Happy. We're going to stay with Colour Me Happy. We're staying with Leanne. We're staying with Spectrum Noir because that is her baby. And we've got a selection of different ink pads on the show as well. More specifically, we are going to be having a look at the water reactive ink pads here. So with this bundle, this is part of the In for a Penny, £35.93 or $50.05 for you guys stateside. But then these ones here, what you're going to be doing, platinum price comes down to $28.74 or $40.04. But with this one, you're going to be getting seal brown for a penny. So once again, water reactive. We sell these out time and time and time again, but to have these ones, we've got them in a bundle, still getting one that you're going to be getting for a penny is quite simply phenomenal. So you can see how lots of them are going to be able to tie in together. You'll be able to use your water reactive in with the twist and pop if you want to do your own decoration, but lots of fun aspects that you can do. So whether it's launch day with Leanne and Joe, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, or you're going to come back, or actually in actual fact, don't want you to come back, I want you to stay with them for the full day, and that's going to be with Colour Me Happy, 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. It's certainly going to be jam-packed full with lots of brand new goodness, Joe. Brand new goodies and Leanne all day. It's a win-win.
Oh, it's going to be a fantastic day here on Crafters TV. It really is like a double launch, which is fantastic. Now, it is, of course, coming towards the end of the week, which means it's coming towards the end of your opportunity to get your hands on this week's Get It, Got It, Good. this week's Get It Got It Good is, of course, from Spectrum Noir. We are looking at 2 of the awesome packs of our tri-blend markers. They are fantastic. And the great thing about this is, within this bundle, you get 10% off the tri-blends, plus you can get the cardstock for a penny, which is awesome. They are revolutionary, our tri-blend markers. Make blending and getting dimensions so simple. But remember, this week's Get It Got It only going to last until the end of Sunday. And then, of course, we'll be launching a brand new one on Monday, which is always exciting. Loads of you tuning in and saying hi from all over already today. Sarah Brown is in Melbourne, Australia. Good day, Sarah. Georgie Ann's in Clearwater. Cheryl's in North Carolina. Evangeline is in Guam. Charlotte's in Tennessee. Patty in Michigan. Shelley in Florida. We really are very international today. Lots of you are very, very excited for these shows. Judy says, I couldn't resist the collage stamps. And Mary has already ordered those mini collage stamps as well. Yes, you'll be seeing a full presentation on those with Leanne in that later Colour Me Happy show. But the Twist and Pop, Craig, reminds me of Legally Blonde. It's like the crafty version of the Bend and Snap, I like to think.
The Bend and Snap. Oh, I've tried that one many a times. I just can't quite clasp the Bend
Can you
and
not?
Snap. No.
Oh, if you're lucky, I might show you in the later launch day show.
Well, I'll be watching anyway, so that's something I'll definitely be watching for. I might actually even get on the comments, Joe. And
really?
Keep going and going. Who have we got in the comments? Who's our social media guru this morning?
It's lovely Rachel.
It's Rachel, yeah. So if it's Rachel later on, I'm going to keep hammering the comments because I want to see Joe, maybe Joe and Leanne. Do you think Leanne would do it?
Yeah.
Oh, she's up for anything, isn't she?
She's a mover, Leanne.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, that's going to be good to see her. Maybe she's going to do a little bit of a twist and a pop as well when it comes to launch day. And that's what we're having a look at right now. This is launch day. It's coming up with Leanne and Joe. Christmas Advance, Twist and Pop. This is the die collection. Now in total you're going to be getting 14 dies. You're going to be getting the main outline die as well as the decoration die. Both of them together is going to create the Twist and the Pop. Today's price being $89.96 or $99.76 for you guys stateside. Brand new launch day platinum price £71.97 or $79.81. Now the one that is Follow the Star, that is the one that you're also going to be getting for a penny. So even though part of the event and it's brand new, you're going to be getting that one for a penny. And then you'll also see as well, you're going to be getting your festive gifts and also the, let's just say the Christmas cracker. You're going to get the gifts and you're going to get the cracker. So the 2 that are up at the top for you guys stateside, they haven't been available on HSN. So if you are want to get a hold of them, then just go across onto our website, go into Shop the Show, and you'll be able to check them out that way as well. But we'll have a look to see how these work, because they're so cool. These are so cool. Let's go in with the Christmas celebration. This is one of them for you guys stateside that you've not seen on HSN. This is the Christmas cracker. Now you've got the outline die, then you've got the detail die into the middle. Once you layer them together, and it is going to be quite key that you layer them together, you're going to be able to make something like that.
Oh, how fabulous.
Now you will need the worker, you will need the mechanism, we'll go over that just in a moment or two, but you might already have it from our past all occasion Twist and Pop collection. It's the same die, it's back in stock, so if you don't have it, then you can get a hold of it today. Then we've got Winter Forest, so all of these, it's the same concept, Joe.
They're massive, aren't they?
They are absolutely huge.
They are whoppers, they really are.
I wanted to double check the size of the original ones compared to these ones, because I'm sure these are so much bigger than the last ones we've done, being the all occasion ones. So big, so huge. These are so good for the inside of your cards where you're going to be using them. So you've got your outline, you've got your decoration, but then the decoration part, for instance, the tree here, what about snip into them? Take elements out, use them as decoration on the cards as well. But if you use them with the Twist and Pop way, you're able to create your Twist and Pop. So I'm going to set that down because it's going to be easier to hold it this way. These aren't the best way to show them off with the boards, but we'll show you some finished samples in a moment. So you've got your Winter Forest. Then we've got the Santa hats. So this is the one I'm going to be demoing in a moment. So your outline, you've got the detail. I'm actually even going to do some paper piecing, Joe.
Nice.
So you can start to do little creative parts when it comes to the mechanism on the background that you can see there. So that is the Santa's hats. We've got Peace on Earth. So we've got the little doves there. So if we twist and pop How cool's that?
That is really
Fun that you can see there, twisting, popping them. Then we have got the festive gifts. This is the other one for you guys stateside that you have not seen on HSN. Now these ones, Joe, these ones, you're going to be able to do your cards, no, I always get them mixed up. So vertically.
Vertically, yeah.
So this is going to be vertically, so instead of horizontally like the other ones. And then this one is the one that you're going to be getting for a penny. Follow the star. So you can see how these are going to work well as well with past collections, you know, like your nativity and that. So if you want to use those sort of pattern papers that you've got left, then you can do. But let's go in and let's show you, this is really going to show you how these are going to come to life here. Simple decorations on the front, but if we open it up, we've got the twist and the pop that we can see here. So open it up in a better way. So open it up, we've got the twist and the pop. So that one there, that is actually the one you're getting for a penny. Then if we go into our next one here, so if we open this one, love that one with the Christmas trees. So you can then start to do your inking if you want, but then you can do little gems on there. So it's going to be maybe some lights on the trees if you want, but then the presents. How cool's that? I love the fact that these are really making an impact on the inside of your cards, and it's something you wouldn't necessarily be expecting, Joe. You give that to a recipient and they're not going to expect you're going to have something substantial that's going to pop out within the middle. Last couple here, the Christmas cracker there. Now that, into the middle here, you could put a photo, you could pop a sentiment in there, you can do lots of different things as well, because we're going to show you it's all about the scoring. A slight bit of scoring, but nothing overly complicated. And then last but not least, Joe, within this one here, the Santa hat. This is actually the one I'm going to be demoing in a moment. How cool are those? So smart. Lots of different ways, lots of different crafting techniques, colouring ways that you can be doing. So let me get myself sorted, and then what we can do is we can dive straight in. We can do a demo where we're going to use it with the Santa Claus hats.
Absolutely. Jen M says, is it a cracker or a firecracker? I know some of you in the States maybe not familiar with crackers. So crackers is what we have on the table at Christmas, and then we pull them, and then inside you've got a hat and a present and a little joke as well, and then you put your little hat on. So yeah, we always have them. You can't have Christmas without a cracker here in the UK. Connie says, you gather the great crafty designs and you give us these dynamic dies. The designs are great. Who am I to say 9 to these? Says Connie. Absolutely, they are awesome. Lizzie says she received her gorgeous Sarah signature watercolour this morning and crafting away whilst watching it. It's absolutely fabulous. So thank you very much. And Cheryl saying, I've just set up all I need for a colouring journey and have been buying stamps here and there. These collage layering stamps are going to be absolutely amazing. Gwenda's letting me know it's International Left-Handers Day today, Craig. I am a left-hander. Today is also my son's 21st birthday and he's a lefty too, so a twofer. It is also National Prosecco Day. So maybe when I get home later I need to drink a glass of Prosecco left-handed. That seems a fitting thing to do, doesn't it? And also a big happy birthday to your son as well.
Absolutely, yeah. And I believe as well, it's International Ice Cream Day.
Oh no, is it really?
They were on about that on morning TV because they were talking about what a specific ice cream flavour says about you. Yeah. So I should have checked that before. I should have got some ice cream flavours up. Because what's your favourite?
Probably just I quite like salted caramel.
Yeah.
Delicious,
really nice.
Chef Kiss, or I do just like a good old-fashioned vanilla, Craig, to be honest.
Yeah. Or if you can get a really nice vanilla, really nice, real
what
vanilla.
What about you?
Strawberry.
Strawberry
all the way for me.
Nice.
And I do like mint choc chip without the choc chip, so mint ice cream, which is near all impossible to get a hold of, because it's always with the choc chip.
There we are. So we can drink Prosecco, eat ice cream and do it all left-handed today. That's the order of the day, I think, Craig.
I think that's the perfect way. What best way to spend a Friday by doing all of that? Right, let's go in and have a look at the twist and the pop. Now, if you are new to this concept and you've not got the worker die from the past all occasion collection, we do have it on the show as well. So this is what you're going to need to have the actual worker of the Christmas dies. $7.99 here in the UK or $9.95. The reason we've not put it in the bundle is many of you will already have it, so we've kept it separate for those that have not got it. let's dive straight in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the Santa Claus hat. So Santa hats, and first and foremost, you're going to see, Joe, even although these are sizable, these are going to go through your Gemini Junior and your Gemini Midi.
Okey-doke.
So even if you do have your slightly smaller machines, you're going to be able to use them on your A5 platform. So I'm going to go in with white smooth stamping card for this one. And what we can do is we can die cut this one out here. Now, of course, it goes without saying, if you use your large Gemini, it means you'll be able to die cut all your layers at once. But let's secure it. I want to make sure it's not going to jump. So we can then layer this one up. And I'm keeping it very traditional colours on the Santa hat, being with the reds and the whites. You can then start to incorporate some of the faux snow that we've got, you know, to create that fluffiness around the bands of his hats. Or if you want to do mirror card or Merry card or that you can be using. So here is the backdrop part. So I can set that to the side for now. Then what I can do is I'm going to come in with the actual design. So a couple of wee bits there. Take that one out. And I'm using some of our red cardstock that I've got here. Pop that one on, and let's bring in my plates again. So I can layer that one on. And then what you'll see in a moment, I've also brought in a strip of our glitter card, because we're also going to die cut that, because there's going to be little bits that are going to pop out, that are basically, it's going to be like the waste. But what I want to do in a moment with the silver card is I want to pop them back in, Joe, do a little bit of paper piecing as well.
Nice, all quite big open spaces in these as well,
Yes.
aren't they? So nice for paper piecing. Going to be something you can do quite effectively and quite quickly, which is great. A lot of people going for these already this morning, Craig. I know it's going to be a very, very busy launch later.
I think what it is as well, it's not often, Joe, that we come out with something substantial for the inside of your cards. And it's always nice to have something different. Now, yes, a lot of my cards and that I do, I like to have the open space where you can write a sentiment in that. But you can still do this. You'll see by my end project, although this is going to be on the inside of my card, you can still make space to write either on the inside or on the back. Don't forget, always use the space that you get on the back of cards too to write your sentiments. But that is how we're going to layer that one up that we can see here. But if I set it to the side for a second, now I'm going in with glitter cards, so I am going to add my metal shim in just to make sure. And then what I'm going to do, let's take these bits out. So where I want all these little bits that are going to die cut out, I'm going to make sure that I've got enough. Now I'm beginning to wonder if I was a little bit too stingy with my glitter card. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it. Do you know what? Let's go for it anyway. Let's go for it. Seems to be a reoccurring theme this week that being a Scot, that I'm quite stingy.
Right. I think bit of a generalisation, but we'll go with it.
Yeah. Oh no, Ben wasn't bothered about that. You know, he was well and truly making that point all like 3 days that he worked. Yeah, he done an extra day this week. He's tired. Tired young man he was. Is this your last day today?
No, it's day 2 of 4 for me.
Oh, day 2 of 4.
Yeah, and I've got a few days off, and then you've got me for 5 whole days before I'm going to have a few days off at the end of the month, so I'll be away for a little while. You deserve a rest, you do. You deserve a break.
You do?
You just, the viewers do maybe as well. Yeah, so I'll be away for about 12 days, I think, at the end of the month.
No, you definitely deserve a break.
And then I'll be back. Can you imagine how annoying I'll be after 12 days off?
Gosh.
God, I'll be full of beans.
You're annoying after like 3 days off.
Full of beans.
I
think I'm back on the 4th of September.
Oh.
Yeah.
I come off on holiday, so we're not going to be together for ages.
Oh, we did this last time.
Yeah. I'm not back until Monday the 11th, 12th, 13th. Monday the 13th.
The 5th, sorry. I'm back on the 5th.
Right.
And then you're not back until the 13th. So we won't see each other for like about
ages.
3 or 4 weeks.
I'm going to give you a big teaser just while I glue this down. What I've done, I'm going to glue this down with my tacky glue, my fine applicator, and then I'm going to paper piece these little bits in. Yeah, I have a week off just after you, Joe, but on Saturday the 11th, So many of you here in the UK have been saying, Craig, we've not seen you on Create and Craft for a while. So I am, on Saturday the 11th, I'm going down to Peterborough for the full day because I've got a pick of the day that I'm going to be doing. So
how exciting.
I am coming in on one of my days holiday, or I'm going down to Peterborough on one of the days to do that one. I couldn't say no, it's that exciting, but that's all that I'm saying.
Okay, well you'll have to tease us more.
Oh, I will be.
There's a lot of talk about ice cream in the comments, Craig. A lot of people let me know what their favourites are. Coffee ice cream and strawberry cheesecake flavour. Connie saying butter pecan, cotton candy and Ben & Jerry's Chunky Monkey. Ooh. Delicious. Marion doesn't like ice cream. She said, I haven't since I was a kid. Does that make me weird? I'm not sure. You do you, as I always say. Julie Barlow loves a lemon cornetto. Has only ever found them in Germany when on holiday. A cornetto, yesterday we found out, is the same as a drumstick in the States. Jen saying, brave man, he smacked the die with Leanne in the building. Very, very gutsy. She's going to have you to be in the law court of Leanne. And Connie says these twist and pops are gargantuan. They seem like they would also work in slimline cards as well. They do. Great point, Craig. They are a big statement, but I guess they don't take up much of a footprint, do they, when they're in your card, which is excellent. No,
well, for this one here, let's bring it into the side. So, top to bottom is 3 1/4 inches at its deepest, and then the length is 8 1/2 inches. So we're starting to see more and more slimline cards here in the UK. You guys stateside, it is all the rage at the moment. So yeah, these are going to be good for your slimline cards. So good as well, the fact of the Christmas presents, and it's one of the other ones, you are going to be able to use it in a vertical card.
Right.
So yeah, that's going to be good for your slimline cards as well.
Fantastic. Great that there's so many different ways to use them. Marion says, have a great time, John Craig. Not sure if we will cope without you both together. I'm sure you'll cope.
I'm sure you will.
Who's standing in for you on the wake-up call? Do you know, Craig?
I don't think our schedule's been done yet for that far.
I know Debbie Robinson loves doing wake-up calls, so no doubt she'll want first dibs on it. Joanne says, question, sorry if I missed this, but is the twist and pop die the same as the one that I got with exploding box dies?
No, the exploding box die, I think that one's slightly smaller.
I think, isn't there a twist and pop within the memory box, which is much smaller?
That's right.
I guess if you got the original twist and pops, then you would have the mechanism, but it's quite different. I think you've got a board of it somewhere over there, haven't you, Craig?
Yeah, got it here.
Craig will share that with. Oh, there you are.
There you are. Yep. So that one, so the size of this one is 6.7 inches by 2.3 inches. So that is the one that we obviously suggest is going to work best for this one. So you can see it on the bottom of your screen right now, $7.99 or $9.95. That's the today's price. So yeah, I'm not sure we'll be able to check that quite during wake up call, but the best person to check with is going to be during launch day, and that's going to be Leanne.
Absolutely, she is back in the building. She hasn't been here for about 3 weeks, I don't think, so it'd be lovely to have her back in the studio for for 2 shows as well, which is fantastic. 2
shows. It's going to be so good being at home and watching the pair of you together. Because I know you get on with everyone, Joe, but you and Leanne's banter together is brilliant.
She gets me in a lot of trouble, that lady.
She does. She really, really does. Now here we go. That's me done some paper piecing. I'm going to press them into place. I've used my tacky glue with my fine applicator. You could use your sprays if you want. It's entirely up to yourself. But what we're then away to do is you do get score lines in this, Joe, but I would always advise you to enhance them. So what I'm going to do is we have got a score line down in here. So what we can do is you start to have a look at the score line into this bit. So I'm going to enhance that. Now I would let my tacky glue dry just a little bit longer than going direct in with my scoring, but let's go for it for the sake of time. So I'm enhancing that score line. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the next one. And if anything, they're quite easy, not only to see, because you do get the score line included anyway, but what you will see is this score line actually starts at the little dip of the hat there. This score line actually starts at the dip of this heart here. And then what we can do is we can come in with the next one, which is this one. And once again, the score line is already there. I know it's harder for you to see on the screen, but it is there. So I'm enhancing that. And I'm doing that because we've got 2 layers of cardstock plus the silver glitter card. So I really want to make it as easy as I could for the guys. So we've got that one. So what we can do is let's do a mountain fold. And this is why I would say I highly recommend letting your glue dry completely before you start to fold these ones over. But it's going to still show you the concept. So if I fold these ones, and then what I'll do, Joe, is I'll take my mechanism and I'm going to cut that into white cardstock.
Fantastic. It's looking really, really gorgeous. A lot of people love the Santa hat one in particular. Craig Ellen says, I really love the hat. It's so cute. Deborah loving it as well. Pam E says she can't wait for Leanne to be back. And Susie T says that they are very, very excited to see Mischievers back on your screens. Yes, 3 p.m. in the UK, 10 a.m. East Coast, 7 a.m. West Coast. And she's back with next week as well. She'll tell us more about that later today.
Well, we've got... well, we always have good shows here on Crafters TV, but we've got some more.
What's that noise?
What's pinging in here?
Is it the? It sounds like it's like someone's got an email, doesn't it? It's like an email noise.
It's like something at a tipping point or something. You know,
it
when
is.
The little containers, the little things.
Apparently, it's Facebook Messenger.
Oh, is it Lord Adam? Is he playing?
It's not my Facebook Messenger.
Okay. Right, so now that we have cut this one, what I'm going to do, once again, you get the score lines here. Now, I know it's hard for you to see, but you've got the score lines, the little X. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold them, and we're going to give them a burnish. So I'm going to fold them every possible way, Joe. So fold, and then at an angle, we're going to fold, give it a good burnish. Going to fold it back on itself. We want this to be as flexible as we can possibly make it. So by folding and burnishing the cardstock, we really are starting to make the fibres within the card really flexible. So when you do that twist and pop movement, that you're going to get a seamless effect.
Can you overdo it?
No. Certainly not with something like our white smooth stamping card or something round about 300 GSM. You can overdo it. Hence why, as you can see here, I really am going to town to make it as flexible as I possibly can, and that is going to be the key to making it work seamlessly.
Aisha thought it was her computer sending her a notification.
So what we can do is then, we're going to then fold it in on itself. So if we then come in to here, so we can see we're ending up with 2 little legs here. So if I open it up again, and then pull them in on each other, we can see we've got the 2 little legs. So what we can then do is let's bring this one in, and then what we can do is we can come in into there. So this leg here sits over the top there, and then this one here sits over the top on that left-hand side. So we're getting it so that it's kind of central within the middle here.
Someone just says Julia hasn't left her phone in the cupboard again, has she?
No, I know.
One day, not so long ago, I'll let you know, anyone that didn't see it, there was like a pinging noise on a phone going off, wasn't there? We couldn't work out what it was. It was Julia trying to find her phone, which is in the cupboard over there.
No, that was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure that the worker, so the main Santa hat, is facing outwards. So what we can do is, I think I'm starting to run out of tacky glue here. And once again, I would highly recommend your tacky glue for this one, Joe. Red liner tape would be amazing, so would our double-sided tape runner would be great, but you really want to adhere it, so it's going to be nice and strong. So let's fold that back in. Let's tuck that one back in here, and I'm going to slightly line it up. And what I'm doing is I'm leaving a few millimeters at the base here, and then we're going to press. So then what will happen is as it starts to open, we can see we've got that twisted effect. So we can then press that one. Let's bring in my layer so we can finish this one off. 7x7 card blank, and then all that I've done is simple mats and layers, and then what I'm going to do is assemble these, then I'm going to pop that one into the middle, and I'll explain that when we get to it in a second.
Excellent. Lots of you are loving this still. Diana says she uses the she makes graduation cards, with the twist and pop cards, and the kids absolutely love them. And also says how great they look too. Any question? Now that was mine. That was this one. I've got a top news story from Microsoft News apparently. This isn't my iPad either, so I don't know whose that is. It's all going on, isn't it?
It's all going.
It's all going on. But the sound's turned off, so I don't understand how it still makes a noise. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, if you've got any questions or comments, maybe you can help me out with this iPad. You can, of course, get in touch with us in all the usual ways. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you're across on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe if you are watching us on YouTube. And make sure you come and join the conversation a little bit later as well, because lots of exciting shows coming your way today. And loads of exciting stuff over the weekend, something culminating in something very special on Sunday, which you may have already seen over on our social media. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it yet, but pop yourself over there after this show because there is something coming up very exciting with myself and Sarah on Sunday afternoon if you are stateside. So keep your eyes peeled for that.
Well, that'll be interesting. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's on Sunday.
It is, yes.
Is that our 7 o'clock show? Or
it's not. It's actually at 1 p.m. Eastern time it's going to be on.
Stateside, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you mean now.
Yes, 1 p.m. Eastern time, which will be what, 10 a.m. West Coast time.
I know exactly.
I can't say any more. I'll get in trouble.
Although, if you go onto the Crafters Companion USA Facebook page,
yes,
they've already done a little bit of a tease for you. Absolutely,
they have. Lynn also says it's Friday the 13th today. Anything could happen. Already is happening, isn't it?
Already is.
Already started. Indeed, it is.
So what I've done here is on the triangle at the top and underneath, I've popped some of my tacky glue, and then I'm going to position it as close to the center as I can without actually measuring it. And then I'm going to press, and I'm going to hold that for a few seconds or so. And then again, if you are using your tape runner, of course that would be instant, but with your tacky glue, give it a little bit longer. But I would really do recommend the fact that you use your tacky glue so it dries into the fibres. So then what we can do is then hopefully we'll go that way, and I've held it down long enough, fingers crossed. So we've got our card. I'll show you one that I've finished and I've decorated on the front, but if we open it up, we've got our twist and pop. So at this point, give it a helping hand. The first few times, give it a helping hand so that you can get that flexibility within the card. And this is where you can see that I need to hold it down a little bit longer with the tacky glue. But you've got that twist, you see, we just need to add a little bit more. So give it time to dry into the fibres. So you've seen the initial starting of it working. So let's bring in the one that I've done and decorated. So I used our shadow alphabet dies, Joe, and I've done ho 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 for a little bit of decoration. And then what we can do is we can then open it up, and then we've got our twist and pop factor there. It's exactly the same, but we will do later on. We'll show you that one again. All that it needs is to let that glue dry that little bit longer. But you can see.
Would you put something on it, Craig, whilst it dries, or we just leave it as is? It's fine.
Personally, with our tacky glue, I would just leave it as it is, set it to the side, leave it a few moments. If you want to put something heavy on it, you can do, but there's no need to do that with our one. Just set it to the side, and then after, I would give it maybe 5-10 minutes, and then you know that's going to be stable enough for you to start opening and closing it.
Excellent. Very, very busy on these at the moment. Susie T is spilling all the tea in the comments as well. You're trying to get me in trouble, Susie. Right, I want to share details of something else with you on the show. The Tri-Blend brush pens. Let me just grab a packet of these for you. So, what you're going to get in here, they are the 3 packs. Now, you get 24 markers in this collection. So you're going to get, this one here is your cottage garden. You're getting spring blooms, summer sun, autumn hues, winter holiday, cottage garden, woodland walk, natural tones, and classic chic. That's what you get. You also then get as well the Sarah Buddy bag included. Now you get a right on my mic there. you get a discount anyway on the pens, but you're also getting the Sarah Buddy bag from Totally Tiffany, which was designed specifically for your tri-blend markers for a penny, which is amazing. So make sure you stack that up. It was on yesterday's show. It was extremely busy yesterday, that one, so do grab that. Remember as well, our in for a penny, in for a pound, of course, running up until the end of Sunday. So coming towards the end of your opportunities to get amazing deals. So make sure you do snap those up. Right. It is an exciting time. We are almost ready for the Craft Factor. Now, do you think you could be the next crafting superstar? I think you could be. You can come and audition on the Craft Factor. A chance to appear on Crafters TV live. So all you need to do is submit a short video about yourself, along with 4 or 5 photos of cards or projects that you've made. Email those to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. And even if you're not applying, then what I would say is make sure you tune in every single Friday where we're going to have a Craft Factor entry. Today is the lovely Michelle Shepperson. I know you're going to absolutely love her. Whilst we get ready for that though, why don't I share with you all the details on how to shop. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
Susie T says, I'd never try and get you in trouble, Joe. Plus, you get yourself in enough trouble as it is without any help from me. I think that's pretty accurate, Susie. Now, Craig, what an exciting time it is. The second instalment. I know you were away last week for the first one, but you are back, and it's time, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, I'm really excited about this one for so many reasons. Really excited about this one as well because we've got someone unbelievably talented. I'm telling you, wait till you see what she's making, and yeah, you just get to introduce her.
Absolutely. Yeah, without further ado, the lovely Michelle Shepperson is here with us. Michelle, how are you?
Hi, thanks
Hey,
for
Michelle.
having me.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure, Michelle. So great you've been able to come into the studio for today. How did you get crafting? What sort of crafting are you into? How did it all start for you?
So I'm a big paper crafter. I love anything paper crafting. Big fan of Crafters sort of since you opened the shop in Aycliffe. Yeah, I'll have a go at anything. I love anything craft-wise, so...
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you are on our design team, is that right? Does that mean like lots of like top secret products coming into your doorway? Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Love it. I joined the design team last October. So yeah, anybody who, you know, fancies having a go, join in. It's great fun. Absolutely.
Ah, excellent. Right then, Michelle, I mean, without further ado, I mean, I can't wait to see what you're going to make for us today. What are you going to be using?
So I've just been working on the recent launch of the Sharon Callis Flower Fairies, which are absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you'll all agree.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I like to get messy. I'm a messy crafter. So I like inks, and if your hands are still clean after crafting, you haven't done a good enough job.
You're not doing it right. That looks absolutely amazing. Well, when you're ready, Michelle, you take it away. I can't wait to see how we put this together.
Me neither.
Fab. So I've just used A5 card. So I used the top score and scored on the half A4. So we've got that ready put to one side. And then we're going to use some watercolour card, because I'm going to use the glass board to actually make like a colour palette.
Nice.
So take a few of the water reactive dyes. So I've got a nice little choice of my favourite colours.
How do you pick what colours you're going to use when you're working on something like this?
Yeah.
I have my favourites, so I love like the Parakeet, Oasis, Spring Meadow, and you've got to have a bit of purple in there, aren't you? If you're team purple, you can't not.
Michelle, what is it about Parakeet that we all love? We all love it.
It's just so rich and vibrant.
Yeah.
I just love it, and I like it when it mixes with the other colours as well, because you get a bit more greeny colour. So we're just making a little colour palette here.
Would you ever use our craft mat, or would you just do it straight on our glass mat?
No, I just do it on the glass mat. I have a few of these on the table, so it's quite nice, nice and easy. Then I've got our little Spectrum Noir little misters, so we're just going to give a little spray. I want it quite heavy, so I'm going to put quite a lot of water on. Some of you might like it a little bit lighter, so spritz from a bit further away and you get a lighter image. So we'll take our watercolour card, give it a really good rub over, and we can take a look.
Nice.
So
I love this, Michelle.
Note the clean hands, they won't be like that when we finish.
Let's see how long that lasts. I guess the great thing is, well, you get something unique every time, don't you? You could do this so many times and still get something incredible. It really is awesome.
It's like you say, that whole aspect of no two will ever be the same. Completely random.
So we've got a good cover in there. I'll just clean my mat quickly.
And watercolour card, I'm just going to be absolutely fantastic for this. Cleaning as you go, Michelle, as well. Very tidy crafter, they're saying in the gallery.
I'm not at home. You want to see my shed?
You got a shed?
Oh, you've got a she shed?
Well, I've got, I have a garage conversion actually that my stepdad did me a couple of years ago. So my husband has a gym in the front bit, and then I have the back bit into the garden as my little craft hut, and I love
fabulous.
it.
That was the same as me when I lived in Scotland. I had, not a gym by the way, we didn't have a gym. I had a shed and turned that into a craft room out in the back garden. It's the same as you.
So we've got our watercolour card there. I'm just actually going to pop it under the mat, just to help flatten it out, just while we work on some wings.
Never thought of that before.
So I've got the wings
great
here,
tip.
and these are from Jasmine Flower Fairy. So I'm just going to colour these in a little bit using the sparkle pens.
Do you tend to use the sparkle pens a lot, Michelle?
I haven't for a while actually, because I've been using the Tri-Blend brush pens, but I do like the sparkle pens.
Do you have a favourite colour and medium to use?
I would say probably pinks and purples.
Yeah.
So I'm just dotting little bits on, and then I'm going to take a little water brush and just blend them in together a little bit.
I think if there's any collection that shouts out to use sparkle, I think it's Sharon's new collection with the fairies.
And again, beautiful colour choice here, Michelle. Really lovely colour combo. I'm always surprised, Michelle, how well they work when you add water to them.
Yeah, you get quite a bit of movement in them, don't you?
Yeah, and still how glittery and sparkly they are as well, even though you're watering them back. It's always blows my mind.
That's what always amazed me. It doesn't matter how much you water them down, you still get that intense sparkle. A lot of love already for the colour choices that you've got, Michelle.
Now, Marion says apparently if you wet both sides of the card, it stops the curl. I've never heard that before. Have you, Michelle?
Either.
This is coming together absolutely beautifully.
Is that also watercolour card that you're on?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what ink pad have you used here, Michelle?
Sorry?
What ink pad have you used here?
I've used the sorry, I cut these out at home. So I've used the waterproof dye on these because obviously we're adding water to it, so we don't want it to bleed.
Awesome. I can just tell this is going to be so sparkly and gorgeous.
Oh, I think we all love a little bit of sparkle, don't we?
Got to have a little bit of sparkle in your life.
Absolutely.
Pammy says, hi Michelle, I need to get inky, so thank you for this. Susie T saying, what a beautiful card. Lots of hello Michelles in the comments as well. Diana also saying hello. My iPad, it hates me today, Craig.
Oh gosh.
Every time I go to read it, it turns itself
itself
off.
off.
There we go, I'm back. We're back in the comments again. Nicole saying, lovely colours, Michelle. And Eleanor, love these colours on the background paper that you've just done there. I always find it interesting how you lay such a small amount of ink down here, Michelle, and it goes such a long way.
Yeah, it does. You only need the tiniest bit, and then you can always go in and top up if you want a bit more vibrancy. But again, they're so rich, the colours.
Really gorgeous.
So we're nearly there. And, then
And that's
hopefully-
our lovely Nicole Brederick
It
that's
is.
commented saying lovely colours, Michelle.
Can you remember the first thing you ever made when it comes to crafting, Michelle? Like what it was that got you started?
I think the first thing I ever made was I'd actually done some stamping, and it was my wedding invitations.
Oh,
Wow.
So that's a few years ago now.
how fabulous. What a great starting project though.
It is, yeah. I suppose you could have fairies looking all different colours, just depending on the colours that you use, I suppose.
I'm sure they come in all shapes
I'm
and
sure they
sizes and
do.
colours. Diana saying as well, the background is just beautiful. Really loving seeing this come together.
Right.
Now, if you didn't have a water brush, could you use just a paintbrush and a pot of water there,
Yeah,
Michelle?
absolutely. I'm just going to tidy that little bit of mess up again. There we go.
Do you know what I always suggest as well? If you're one that loves using your clear sparkle overlay, and when that runs out, instead of binning it, just start filling it up with water and use that as a water brush. You'll always get a little bit of sparkle coming through because there's so much sparkle, but use them. So it's a nice way of recycling your paints by using them as a water brush.
Yeah, I'm loving this background now. It's started to dry.
So smart.
Right, so now that our watercolour card, it's flattened out, it's nice and dry. So we're going to take the opaque pigment ink now, and what I want to do is just create some depth coming in from the sides. So I have the Midnight here, so it's quite a nice deep colour.
Wow.
That looks amazing. You get such a good coverage, don't you, with these pigment ones, Michelle?
Yeah, you do. They're lovely and rich. So just round those edges.
Also nice to give a full matten layer. You know, if you're wanting to reduce the amount of layers that you've got, nice way of doing it.
So then what I have here as well, this is actually due to my friend Michaela. She keeps the tops out of coffee cups.
Right.
You know, out of your coffee jars.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to use one of those as a little mask.
Oh my God.
What a great idea that is, Michelle.
And then I'm just going to come in and just, because I want to create a little moon.
I can see crafters now up and down the line
yeah.
thinking, right, I need to order another jar of coffee now.
Who doesn't love a bit of upcycle?
If we had a top tip icon or that would well and truly be going, for sure. That's amazing, that.
Yeah, really great tip.
And it's great because it's actually wipeable, so you can just wipe it over and then we can use it again after.
Fabulous tip.
So another quick wipe over.
That's incredible. Georgia just says I'm catching flies. I was actually sitting with my mouth open there. That is absolutely phenomenal.
So I just want to soften out some of the edges a little bit. So I'm just taking well, it's not exactly clean, but a cleaner ink pad. I just want to soften those a little bit.
Well, that's a great tip, that, Michelle. So if you just do it with just a blending tool with no ink on it whatsoever, you can soften it. Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Like I say, I love messy play.
Do you find yourself just sitting and making backgrounds for the sake of making backgrounds,
I do.
Michelle?
I've got a nice big stash of them, and then I can just go and pick them up and grab some nice stamps out. So So I'm just taking a piece of printer paper here and I've just torn it because I just want to create a little bit of
It's almost like making your own
background.
stencil.
So again, I've got water reactive dye again. I'm using the anthracite this time, and I'm just going to gently take over the top.
Do you ever venture into sort of mixed media crafting, Michelle?
I do, I love mixed media. I used to love coming to the classes here. Right.
With us doing the craft factor, if we were doing the segment with judges' houses, you'd be certainly coming to my house, that's for sure. That is 100%.
That's nice to know. Right.
What's really lovely as well about working with all the craft experts, but also doing the craft factor, is just seeing everyone's different style of crafting.
Yeah.
Like Michelle, it's clear you've got a really awesome style of crafting, which is brilliant. And what's also great is seeing how everyone crafts differently, Craig, isn't it?
Yeah. But you know what? It's refreshing not only for all of you at home, but it's refreshing for us. It must be as well for you as a presenter, Joe, having someone else with a different style, a different take. Really is refreshing all round. Loving this.
Yeah, it is, and this is looking very ethereal, Michelle.
So what we're going to do now, we're going to create some of the flowers or little pieces of flowers. So I've actually got the skirts that come with the Sharon Callis fairies, and I'm going to use those to create the flowers.
Nice.
So again, back in with the waterproof dye because we're going to use the sparkle pens to colour them. So we're just going to dot these around.
It's always good to think, Michelle, isn't it, as well, about how you're going to use your dies and their stamps, not in the way necessarily they were first intended. So
Yeah. I'm a bit of a rebel. I like to kind of think out the box a little bit and use things that aren't meant for the purpose.
Patricia's just got here. Looks like I've been missing some good stuff. Definitely have to come back later and watch from the beginning. Loads of people loving that coffee lid tip. Lots of people going to be deconstructing their coffee jars after this show.
I'm more of a cup of tea person, but I do have a couple of coffee
Okay.
jars. That's it. That's getting taken out of them, that's for sure. Don't know about you, Joe, but that background, I'm going back to the background again that Michelle's doing, but if you didn't know, without actually touchy-feely, you would think that was something from like Sarah's Twilight Christmas or something like that, being able to create that yourself. Looks awesome.
Yeah, and what I really love, Michelle, is how much you've built up the edges. So we have the ink on the edges,
Yep.
now we've got stamps around the edges as well. So it really does create a bit of drama. I love a bit of drama.
Drama.
I'm going to take some of the little flowers and just kind of fill around a little bit now. And then we can use the sparkle pens again to colour these in.
Have we launched Sharon's collection yet?
We have. It was launched Saturday. It was very, very busy. It's a beautiful collection, this one, isn't it, Michelle? I loved the amount of sort of the way you interchange it all. I think so clever.
Even inspired me to go and get inky, and well, I'm going to be doing that next, but going home this afternoon and getting inky.
How do you get the ink off your fingers? This is something that, this is something everyone always wants to know, Michelle. Any top tips for cleaning up afterwards?
I actually find the alcohol hand gel works really, really well, which I'm sure we've all got a lot of at the minute. That does take the bulk of it off, but it's always a bit of a giveaway. People can always tell you've been crafting. Right, so we've got some of our flowers there. We're going to take some sparkle pens now.
And what colours are you using here for this section?
So I've got, let's have a look. I've got the amethyst and pink garnet, sunshine, and what's this one? Lilac.
Awesome.
And I'm going to use a little bit of, what's the blue one? I can't see what the blue one's called, sorry. It's been used that much, it's worn off. So we're just going to, again, I'm not going to add any water to these because I want these bits really quite vibrant.
That really is going to make it stand out, isn't it?
Yeah, really, really intense, that colour, isn't it, Michelle?
The amount of sparkle in these pens is just fantastic.
But again, just to go over what you said there as well, Joe, by doing that colour, even more drama. Really making it.
Do you have like a favourite all-time collection, Michelle?
That's a really hard question.
That is a mean question. I apologise.
It is, because they just keep getting better and better. You think, oh, this is my favourite allocation. I've really enjoyed working on this, and then the next one comes out, and you think, oh no, I've changed my mind. So I can't really give you an answer to that one.
Fair enough.
I've enjoyed the gnomes, the Christmas gnomes.
That was
They've
fun,
been really
wasn't
cute. I do like anything sort of fairy or like magical kind of.
I love how you get such a different effects as well between the colours. So like the yellow, of course, the intensity is very different, isn't it, compared to the blue one there. Mary says, I've just received my fairy collection yesterday. I'm excited to see the demonstration. You are really inspiring me, Michelle. Jean says, I ordered these yesterday. I also got the additional mechanism. Michelle, you sound like you go by the flow with your card making, which I love. It's very interesting. Sandy, definitely going to be trying that technique as well. And Sue King says this is a great demo. It's lovely to see different demonstrators on Crafters TV. It really is. And I guess it's all about creating layers here, Michelle, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
you've got all those different layers, which is giving you so much depth.
It's just so calming to watch as well. It must be
Absolutely.
calming to create it, Michelle, but to watch as well.
Yeah, I think, like I say, I like sort of anything messy that doesn't have to be. I'm a bit of a pen phobe still, after even all this time on the
Right.
design team.
You don't look like it from here, I must say.
Do you mean, Michelle, you're a bit wary in using them because of your colouring, or?
The actual sort of like your alcohol markers
Yeah.
and things like that, I still get a bit nervous when I'm doing them, and I tend to overthink things, whereas I kind of, the creativity is a bit freer when you're working with sort of like the water reactives and sparkle pens, the watercolour inks, things like that. So they tend to be my preference, my go-to.
So if there's anyone starting out colouring, would you suggest round about the watercolour sort of ways, because it's more forgiving?
Absolutely, and they're a lot looser to work with as well, until you sort of get that confidence and freedom that you feel comfortable with.
Yeah. Do you know what's lovely as well? Is because you're doing that. I'm just turning my head so I can see it the right way. So you're doing it towards the left-hand side as well as the bottom. So you're not doing it all the way round. It's more a feature to the bottom left.
Yeah.
Beautiful background, excellent tips coming from Sarissa. I have all the toys but need someone else to make the background messes for me. I haven't had the confidence yet to give them a play. Well, I hope Michelle is inspiring you, Sarissa, to give them a play. Pat wants to know if you've got a specific favourite colour when it comes to the sparkle pens, Michelle.
Oh, I think I'd say the pink garnet, because
Pink
it's
garnet,
just
yeah.
so like wow, and it's just there, isn't it? It's really good impact. So I've coloured those. Oh, I've missed one quickly there. We'll go back with that one. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take our little fairy, and rather than sort of cut and use the alcohol ink, I've just cut her in black because I want it like a silhouette. So I'm just going to quickly run the sparkle pen round, just round the edge. I don't want to colour the whole thing.
Is that the clear overlay you've got there?
It is, yeah. And again, it just gives us a little bit, if you think about the moonlight and that sort of little sort of cast of reflection that we'd get.
What a great way to use the pen as well, because and I can be quite bad for just going direct over a full image with a clear sparkle overlay. But that's a good way to show that you don't have to pick out highlights.
I love this fairy as well because she's like a little ballerina, isn't she? Which I think is awesome.
Could be going on Strictly.
Ba-ba-da-bum. Yes.
Our own little Strictly fairy.
And then what I've done, just because my fingers aren't messy enough just yet, I've just gone just over, just so that we can get that little bit. Don't want it really, really heavy, just so that it'll just catch little bits. So we're going to pop our wings on. We'll just use a little bit of the tape runner. Just pop a little bit of that on.
Oh, wow.
Oh, beautiful.
And then you could use the balling tools here, but I just pop it in the palm of my hand, give her a little, just so we've got a little bit of arching, just softens it when we're popping it onto the card.
Good way to show, using what God gave us.
And then just going to use a little bit of these are actually the foam sheets.
Woohoo! Foam pads!
Yeah, I've just cut them down to size a little bit just to save on time.
Now I do ask everyone, foam pad or glue gel?
Oh, I like a bit of both, really.
Yeah.
So then
I get that. Oh, Joe, look at this.
It's an awesome project, isn't it?
And then
Wow.
what I have done is just with some tacky glue, again in the fine nib applicator, I'm just going to go around just in the centres of the little flowers, just pop a little dot. And then
Just had Georgina in her ear, and I'm going to say what she said because I agree. She just said she's not seen any finished samples that run along the lines of what you've just created here, Michelle. This looks
That's
phenomenal.
nice. So, I've just got some of the hunky-dory gem roll here, but I'm
Okay.
just picking off individual gems. I'm just going to pop those in the centre, just for that added little pop. Oops.
Were they just like a clear one? They're clear ones, is it?
Yes, these ones are the clear ones.
It's like an AB effect, isn't it? Aurora Borealis.
I'm glad you said that because I can't
Oh,
really
can
say
you
it.
not? No?
No.
I think that's why I like to say it, because I know I can say it.
Susie T says, OMG, this is stunning. Michelle is super talented. Rosalind says, I'm saving this demo for sure. It's amazing. And the lovely Jean Sullivan says, hi, Michelle. Happy to see another design team member. They're always smiling and happy. Absolutely, they are.
The thing is, we couldn't do the shows without the design
Absolutely
team and their
not.
finished samples and that. So to have the opportunity to have you coming on.
So then what I'm going to do, that's more or less finished. The only thing that I haven't done is you could use some of the acrylic markers. And you can just go in just again with a little embossing tool. And then you can just pop a few little,
Oh, that's a great tip.
Oh, wow. Wow.
just to make it pop a little bit more.
Oh, I love that idea.
Comments are ready to go nuts in a minute.
Yeah, they are.
I can just tell.
Donna, loving all the tips, says, how great is this? Margaret saying, what a beautiful project as well. It really is a stunning card.
So many
then I've got
techniques come together.
Tape pen, just go around the edges. I like the tape pen because you can get right into the corners with it. But because it's a little bit heavier, the watercolour card, I do like to go over with a little bit of the collage as well. And then this gives us a little bit of movement when we want to mount it up as well.
A fabulous card, Michelle, says Deborah too. Loads of you loving this. And I think a lot of you will be giving this one a go for sure at home.
To be honest, I don't want to come now after Michelle and do my last
You're
demo.
feeling a bit intimidated.
Yeah. Michelle, my prep pack's just at the side if you want to do it.
Oh, I don't think my nerves could take any more.
You have been amazing. You've been absolutely fantastic.
So
But I get
again,
it is a nervous thing.
just round, get right into those corners, and then back in with the collage.
Do you often tend to do both, Michelle?
I do, yeah. I think it might just be a design team thing, just because obviously we want them to be quite sturdy.
Right.
But I like that thing that you get a little bit of movement with the collage glue. So it just helps when you want to line it up. And then I did do a little sentiment from one of the flower fairies. So we'll just...
Yeah, I'd agree with what Georgina just said. I think that when it's put together, the techniques maybe are simpler than when you look at the card. You think, oh my word, how on earth would you ever do that? Like you said, it looks like a card from a pad almost. But I think breaking it down and looking at the techniques, Michelle, it's a fairly straightforward process, isn't it? But it looks so effective.
Yeah, it's just it's having that confidence. I think just to try, just play with things. Just. It doesn't always have to be for what it's meant for. Just get creative with it and just enjoy it. So I've taken my little sentiment there and I've actually just gone round with an ink pad just to give it a little bit of, to help it bring together when you're mounting it onto the little mat and layer.
And what did it say, that sentiment, Michelle?
So this one is sprinkle kindness everywhere.
Oh, that's lovely.
This is a really, just pinch some scissors quickly.
Help yourself. Sue's saying on YouTube, just thought of using Sarah's signature enchanted forest dyes to make a variation of this project.
Great idea.
Really nice idea.
That sounds brilliant.
Val says, beautiful card, Michelle. We'll be having a go at this. And managing to talk while you craft. Excellent. That's Val in Southampton.
Even we can't do it sometimes. I'll speak for myself.
So there we go. That's all finished, guys.
All right, absolutely beautiful. Look at that, Craig.
Gorgeous.
Round of applause
Absolutely.
for Michelle. That was amazing, Michelle.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. Have you enjoyed coming in and being on the Craft Factor?
Absolutely. You've made me so welcome as well, so thank you very much.
What would you say to anyone that was maybe sat at home thinking about applying to come? Would you say do it?
Oh, get on, come and experience it all. It's great fun.
Excellent.
They'll all look after you, they're lovely.
So excellent. Such a pleasure
you.
to have Michelle with us there. That was week 2 of the Craft Factor. We've actually got some of Michelle's other makes as well. I'd love to share those with you because they are beautiful. Here you can see, love that one there. Is that, looks like some embossing to me. A brilliant twisted easel card here as well with some florals. So you can see that one there. That one's really beautiful. Love the ribbon there on that one. And then also, this next one's gorgeous too. Love the colourways there. Beautiful big statement butterfly there for you as well. A beautiful easel card that Michelle has made with some flowers too. Beautiful, really lovely, classy colour combinations here. And then this is, I think, probably the bit that Michelle loves. Look at all of that. It's Inkalicious, that one, isn't it? And then also a really lovely big statement butterfly one here as well. Now, we're just going to take a moment just to reset. Whilst we do that, let me share with you all the details of Club Inspire and our US shipping terms.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Loads and loads of love for Michelle there as well. Diane said, I can definitely tell why Michelle is on the design team. Annie else says, I ran for coffee. How did she do the silhouette part again? Card of the show, maybe. It was with, go back to the coffee, Annie, because it was with the sort of bit that comes in the top of your coffee pot is where how the lovely Michelle did that. Do you think we've got time to squeeze one more demonstration in before the end, Craig?
Oh, we're going to go for it, yes. We're going to go for it using the mini Christmas collage stamps. That technically they're meant to launch on Sunday, but with Leanne here all day, they are going to be well, they're launched right now on our website. But you can get your hands on them with lots more inspiration coming up in Colour Me Happy. Christmas mini collage stamp collection, 69 elements in total. Now today's price being $41.95 or $53.71. But on that today's price, you're actually going to be saving 25%. And then it also works out that you buy 6. And well, actually, it works out that you buy 6 and you get 2 for a penny.
Nice.
So that's a cracking deal. Not just one, you're getting 2. But then platinum price comes down to $33.56 or $42.97. Now, Joe, what I'm going to do is I am going to speed through the boards and the finished samples. I'm going to tell you to come back and watch Leanne and Joe later on tonight here in the UK, 7 o'clock or 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, to see them in a lot more detail. But these ones here, these are all individual, and it is about building a collage. So you really have absolute, complete authority to go nuts. To go absolutely nuts. We seem to be going a little bit further back than we're intended to.
What there?
So yes, now anything that you know about stamping and colouring, anything that you've just watched and learnt with Michelle, you know, you can kind of, as I like to say, throw caution to the wind when it comes to this sort of style, and the fact of you can go nuts and have a play with the ink and the layering, the techniques that you do. Maybe you want to incorporate them with mixing and matching between them. You might want to use some of these ones in with these ones here. You absolutely can do. But it is all about creating that collage. Now, whether it's going to be on the front of your card, maybe on the front of a project if you want, maybe you want to be layering them up, you absolutely can do. But you can be using them individually, as I say a moment ago. Lots of different ways. Many of these are actually been made by Nicole Bretherick that you may have seen in the comments earlier on. I think she's still watching. Lots of gorgeous samples that she's done here. Loads and loads of them, Joe. Let your creativeness just run wild. And you know what? Please, 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 if anything, I would say try not think too much when you're playing with these. Just get inky. Just have some fun, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do right now. We'll get as much as we can done, Joe, in this little bit of time that we've got left.
Excellent. Annie wants to know how we can follow Michelle on social media, so I will find out and let you know in a few moments. And Julie says these look great, really looking forward to receiving them. I know a lot of you got your orders in already, which is fantastic.
Excellent. Now let's go for it. So what we're going to do is let's go in with the Holly Christmas for this one, and I'm going to use the little holly, and this is what I mean by throwing caution to the wind. So we're going to be mixing a lot of inking techniques and a lot of mediums, But what I'm going to do, ultimately, going to be coming along and colouring this with the tri-blends. So I'm using my flagstone and I'm using the alcohol proof, and I'm going on to white smooth stamping card. So let's press this one on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a backdrop. So we're going to go over. So let's do one here. And then let's do another one to the side. So let's go down into here, Joe. Then what we can do is we can go up to the other side. And I use my smaller platform for this one because I'm not worried, I'm not concerned if I miss any bits. If anything, it kind of works to the design. You know, if you've maybe not gone too heavy-handed, missed little bits, section just not being pressed down really firmly, doesn't matter. It does not matter whatsoever. So we've got that one. Now at this point, what I would say is I would use my Pebeo drawn gum. Now you may have noticed, well, Craig, it's liquid onto alcohol. So just be careful that you don't bleed out the colour too much. So using a paintbrush, drawn gum, just going over the top, colour num and coating each of the designs. And then you get this look that you can see here. But I really wanted to use the alcohol-proof flagstone because we're going to colour with our alcohol pens. And then what I'm going to do just now, Joe, is I'm going to go in with water reactive, and I'm going to go with all 3 greens that we do: spring meadow, grasshopper and pine tree. And I'm going to start to do some inking over the top.
Awesome. Lots of you very much looking forward to the shows later today. Remember, it's basically a double launch day for you. It's a regular launch day on those amazing Twist and Pops. That'll be 3 p.m. in the UK, 10 a.m. East Coast, and then of course that sort of second bonus launch day, which is within Colour Me Happy as well. Susie T saying, feeling very inspired, going to watch some again and getting inky as well. Julie says, these look great. Really looking forward to receiving them too. It's going to be an action-packed day. What are you going to do? Are you off this weekend, Craig? What have you got planned for your weekend?
So I don't have any shows. Got some prep to do for shows next week. Got quite a few Crafters TV shows next week. So yeah, maybe watch a bit of TV while doing prepping, a little bit of music. Might get into the kitchen and do a little bit of cooking maybe.
Oh, you need to bake some more of that millionaire shortbread that you made over lockdown.
Oh yeah, so I do.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
I mean, I am back with you next Thursday.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you know, subtle hint.
Maybe we need to see what we can do then, Joe. Oh, the 2 Georges are in as well next Thursday.
There you are.
Let's see if we can...
George is salivating, Craig.
Oh, he is. He's saying that, isn't he? He's saying, oh, I could do with that now. There we go. I'll just keep teasing you on that one then. See, you never know. Might be able to do that for next week. I'll try. Now, I've not done anything specific, Joe. I've not gone in and tried to do blending or anything. I've laid the colour down. If I've got streak marks, if I've got harsh lines, I'm not worried. I'm not concerned whatsoever. So then what I'm going to do is let's go in with this stamp here. And with this one, I'm going to go in. And now for this one, what I am going to do is I am going to use a waterproof. Now this is what I meant by mixing mediums. So I'm going in with the waterproof, and then I am going to stamp. I'm randomly stamping, and I'm not worrying about the holly leaves because I've still got that coating on the top. So therefore, what will happen is once we come and rub off the drawn gum, we'll be left with a crisp, clean holly backdrop. So let's do one more, very, very randomly to there. And then what I would also do, Joe, is take a water brush or a paintbrush in water, and I'm going to do this technique. I love doing this one. Because we've gone on water reactive, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my water brush. We're going to do our own bit of faux bleaching. So I'm going to colour in with my water brush into the middle of all these little shapes, and I'm using my kitchen roll or paper roll to pick up the colour. So we're going in into here. So once you are happy enough with doing all that, I would do all these initial ones that I've just stamped out a moment ago. So let's take that bit off. So then what I can then do, once I've done all of that, what I would then do is rub away, and I'm going to make sure, because I've used our waterproof ink pad, what will happen, it's going to sit on this non-porous surface. So I want to make sure I've taken that black ink off. Otherwise, when I come to rub and roll, I potentially could push some of the black waterproof ink onto the background, which I don't want. So let's rub and roll this off.
And I know that it's in stock with drawing gum at the moment, isn't it? So
It is indeed.
a great addition to a stamp set like this.
So taking that one off. And
It's
we've
amazing.
now got our crisp clean. So you've got that one. What I would then do is using Alpine Green and Dark Red blend, I would colour these ones in, that you can see here. Stamp maybe a few of the little snowflakes, maybe into these little bits here. And then what you could do is you really intense that colour.
Nice.
You can end up
Craig,
looking
that's
like
epic.
this. And then what I've also done is I've stamped the holly in clear, stamped over the top, then went over with clear embossing powder. So you could, if you want to create your own little bits of decoupage, the outline, that's white embossing powder. So either go over the top, or then you can then pop them into the side. And then I do have a sentiment, follow the same background technique, and then you can go into here. So you can go to town with your design.
Awesome. We are going to have the world's fastest demo of the show vote, Craig. So if you could organise that.
So we can, let's bring these ones. So what I'll just do is I'll lift this one up on its own accord here. So we've done Twist and Pop, didn't we? Twist and Pop, what's coming up on launch day, and then we've gone in with the Christmas collage as well. Do you know what I'll do as well, Joe, is have a look on my social media. I will do a Facebook Live, and we will do this demo start to finish in its entirety. Then over the next couple of days anyway, we'll do it. But there we go, number 1 and number 2.
There you are, 1 or 2, let me know. Deb says, so glad I ordered some of the gum yesterday. Donna says, I really like all the inky demos, great ideas and different ways to use all the colours. I need to tell you about a couple of other deals really quickly. There's a great Centura Pearl bundle available for you on the show. Lovely colours in here. So you've got the hint of silver, you've got the cherry, you've then got the Christmas green, you'll get the solar gold in the glitter, and also the deep blue. Deep purple, that's not deep blue. There we are, so you've got that, and then there is also a bundle of quick dry ink pads. I'm not gonna hold them up for you and show you, but essentially they are, as you can see here, 9 piece. So you're gonna get in here Bordeaux, Chinese red, damson, frosty jade, green topaz, pumice. You've also got the sandstorm, the seal brown, and the smoked emerald. So grab those. One of those is coming your way for a penny, which is excellent. And there is a Midas metallic ink pad selection for you as well. They're here, and in here you're going to get red garnet, jade green, amethyst, pink lilac, and platinum. Wow, what a fast and furious show that was, Craig. And how incredible was Michelle?
It absolutely was so good to see Michelle and her take, and that's why obviously she's on our design team, because she makes so many incredible things. Lots of people inspired coming in with all the different things that you're going to be making, following on from Michelle's ideas as well. We've got a result from demo of the show. So we've gone, albeit it was very, very quick, number 2.
Number 2, there you are.
Number 2, using our collage stamps that we've got coming up later on today on Crafters TV. Rightio, so what we have got coming up later on today.
This is great, because the TV's just gone off.
TV's
I'm going on my hands and knees, Craig, don't worry.
So I can't see if you can actually see them or not, but can you see it? There you go. I don't know if you can see them on the screen, but there you go. There we go. TV back on. There we go. Just caught his head there. Rightio, so what we've got coming up, we have got Leanne is going to be, well, she's in the building. She's going to be here with Joe for launch day. So that is our Twist and Pop Christmas dies. You're already loving them already. So busy on the website, which I'm not surprised. So Leanne's going to have them, going to show you lots of different things that you can be doing. So that's going to be 3 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern time. What's up with my times today?
Don't know.
3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time for you guys stateside. And then with it being Friday, it's Colour Me Happy. So we've got brand new Christmas collage stamps, also with Leanne. So 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Joe, thank you so much.
Pleasure as always.
Enjoy your day, enjoy
I'll
your
see
weekend.
See you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday, yeah. And I'll see you next Thursday. I will see you on Monday, where we're going to do it all over again. Thank you so much to Michelle. She's still here at the studio. Thank you all to you. I will see you on Monday, but don't forget Leanne's here for the rest of the day. Bye.
Bye.